Hello everyone, this is Bruno Andrade, Public Relations Coordinator for the Young Learners and Teenagers Special Interest Group. And with me, I have Priscila Bordon. Thanks for being here, Pri.
Thank you, Bruno. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so let's talk about emergency remote teaching, Priscila. How have you been dealing with teaching online? I know you teach at a private school in São Paulo. Can you tell us a bit about your context, please?
Yes, I teach in a regular school. It's not bilingual or international. It's a regular Brazilian school. And we teach English as a foreign language from very young learners, aged 2 to 3 years till high school. I teach young learners. My students are around 6 to 7 years old. And I also teach young learners, and they are around 10 to 11. They are going to middle school now. So I have two different realities to deal with right now. And it's been, I know it's a pandemic, but it's been a great experience to learn how to deal with technology.
I can imagine. You weren't a very technological teacher before that.
No, I was, I'd say, I was, I always relied on my, how can I say, on chalk. I don't know.
Okay.
It comes to mind an expression in Portuguese right now, but I am the kind of teacher that always relied on using the board and on having students doing all the work.
Yeah.
So doing pair work, group work, and
Yeah.
projects.
And
So
you
they had to use technology, not
technology,
me.
yeah, and using technology as minimal as possible, right?
Yes,
I
yes. I
know,
was very
but
scared
now
of
you are
technology.
a totally different teacher. What can you
I
tell us
am.
about this transformation?
So because of the quarantine period, I had to learn how to deal with students learning a new language from a very young age, and they had to show they were learning. So that was a big, not problem, but it was a big thing for the school. They had to show progress during during this period. So I learned how to use some platforms like Flipgrid.
Mm,
So for my very young learners, I started using Flipgrid, so they would record themselves or their parents would help them. So they would record videos of them singing, making crafts, and all sorts of things. And for my young learners, my almost teenage students, the teenagers, they were not using Flipgrid as much because they didn't want to expose themselves,
mm,
but they did use Padlet a lot. They
oh,
liked using Padlet, so taking pictures of their work. What else? Making all sorts. Padlet has so many options, so they were taking pictures, recording audios, sending I don't know, videos online from what they found online. So it was a very interesting experience using platforms to teach
mhm,
and to show progress.
nice. And can you give us a last advice for teachers who are teaching this age in quarantine?
I think don't be scared of using technology if you're not technological. Like if you don't know how to deal with technology, just uh, get familiar with a platform you think is easier for you. That's what I did. I chose certain platforms and tried to be familiar with those platforms to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So I started using Flipgrid and Padlet, and they worked for me, worked for my students,
Mm-hmm.
and I got familiar with it to help my students show progress. So it was about them, not about me. So it worked. So try to choose what you're most familiar with, and then you go from there.
Yeah. We don't stop being teachers just because we're teaching online, right?
Yes,
We
I think
still
we become
have,
better teachers actually.
yeah, true. We just have to get used to the new media, right? So thanks a lot
Yes.
for doing that, Pri. I love chatting with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Bruno.